Hello, hello, and welcome back to the State of the Fandom. I am your president for life, democratically elected, of course. Your president of space and time. And with me, as always, is Sir Labrador, the brave, the bold, and the generous.
The Labrador.
The Labrador! Sir Labrador, the king of the Britons.
Yes. And the last Mohican.
And the last Mohican at the same time! Yes!
Yes, I transcend.
Oh, we are all one human family.
Yes. Now, the question of the day is, what is emotional intelligence?
That is an excellent question, and one that we could certainly make many podcasts about. But
I'm sure we will come back to all of these in some random order that we're going to pretend that we have a rhyme and reason for everything we do.
You're not allowed to just tell everyone the strategy like that. No, I'm just joking. No. It's not a secret. I have been throwing things at the wall ever since I graduated from college. I wonder if I could start going to conventions. Oh, I doubled my money. Oh, I doubled my money again. Oh, I doubled my money again. I try lots of different things, and people get very confused of like, oh, why? I thought he had 7 different business ideas this week. Like, what? I did have 7 different business ideas this week, and all of them did not succeed, except for the one that, is going to actually succeed super, super well.
Exactly. And myself, the way I go about business is multiple forms of income that are stable.
Yes, absolutely.
I value stability in all of my income. Yes. I have stocks. I have bonds. I have crypto. I have a regular job.
You probably have postage stamps somewhere.
I probably have postage stamps somewhere. I can't fucking remember. I also...
Good thing this is the adult podcast. Yes, correct.
So, the way I go about wealth and wealth management is vastly different than how my partner goes about wealth and wealth management.
Yes, my analysis, especially after doing the consulting work, because they taught us how to do this,
yeah,
my approach is all about the numbers. Like, if you cannot make it work, then you should quit and do something else. I saw so many struggling business owners when I was a consultant of them, just like, oh, well, but I have to do this because it's been in my family for generations. I'm like, you are miserable.
Uh-huh.
Either sell the business and move on, or literally just lock the door and walk away. The land will still be there in 10 years.
Yes.
You do not have to suffer to provide, another 10,000 widgets in the world. The world has enough widgets for everyone.
The world is brave and beautiful and full of widgets.
Yes, the widgets are our robot friends.
Yes.
Also known as the protogen.
Yes.
How many widgets would you like to create? Our helper robots, my friend.
All the protogens are there to serve humanity.
Yes.
Serve as brother and sister, not serving, but as friends, companions, giving the poor little protogen something to do with his day.
How would you like to create a sticker that looks like the side of a protogen face that we could send out to the listeners all over the country?
Adorable.
And they can put it on. Here's what we'll do. We'll make it the American flag.
That'd be adorable.
Protogen sticker, vinyl. And then they can put it on their toaster, and now they have a little baby protogen in their house.
That would be adorbs.
And they can
Everyone's allowed to be kid-like from time to time.
Yes.
We're adults that have adult money that can buy childish things.
That's correct. Hey, you know what? And this is something that I wish that more of my friends understood. I wish that this is something that more of my adult friends specifically understood. Because if buying something weird makes you happy, why would you not just enjoy that to the fullest? The kids get this. If they want candy, they just buy candy.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's not going to kill you if you have it every so often as a treat.
Exactly. And if you want to buy booze, buy booze. Just don't go overboard.
Buy booze. So let's since this is for the adults in the crowd, here's my philosophy on alcohol, which is informed by the fact that my father was an alcoholic. So I personally do not drink. So
very rarely he does. Very rarely.
Well, when I say don't drink, I mean like I'm not like a completely dry person, but like I do not typically drink. How about that?
Except for his humor.
Oh my. But my point is, my philosophy on alcohol is, I do not personally want to have it more than maybe a couple times a year. I do not personally want to have it because I have an addictive style personality. Obviously. Once I get into some type of thing, it doesn't matter what the thing is, whether it's Star Wars or whether it's Game of Thrones or...
So, keep you away from gambling. Got it.
Yes. So
good to know.
Yes. No, there is a reason why whenever anyone is like, oh, you want to go down to the casino? I'm like, no.
Meanwhile, you probably could clean them out if you really felt like it.
Oh, easily. No, I've never learned card counting, but like, for me, it would be trivial to figure that out.
Shit, maybe that's an next $1 billion idea.
Jesus Christ. I would like to bet this pile of 70,000 postage stamps on one hand of blackjack.
No, you start simple. You start with $5 tables. You start with, 3-card stud. Or whatever,
3-card stud? Oh my.
You start something with something small and you walk away after you've made your profit.
Right.
Whatever it may be. So here's how you gamble responsibly. Adults, children who basically might as well be adults, adults that might as well just be children. So,
sorry, go ahead.
As I was saying,
yes,
you walk in with cash, you leave your cards at home, and you walk out when you're done. Correct.
And if I do not plan to gamble, like I have gambled very rarely in my life. Like I've played a couple rounds of bingo with real money. Like my amount of gambling is very, very low.
I gamble in the stock market, so
yeah, that's legal.
It's just gambling.
It's just gambling.
Why don't we just run the numbers on the stock market and just get rich that way? Why are we messing around with all these ideas?
Darling.
You and your analytics.
What do you think we're going to do with the charity's billions of dollars?
We don't need...
We will invest it on behalf of our constituents.
We don't even need billions to get started.
No, of course not.
Shit, you can run the numbers. Well, one thing is, you can run the numbers and just make the trades.
Sure.
Why are you not a professional stock market person stocketeer by now is beyond me.
That's actually a good point. I would probably be really good at it. Because I can predict things like economic swings. No economist does 100% accurate, but I'm accurate more often than I'm not accurate, which is all you need to be able to trade stocks. It is not any. It doesn't take we'll just say it doesn't take a rocket surgeon. It does not take a rocket surgeon to figure out that if the home prices are 50% higher than they were in 2008, that we are going into a housing crash.
Yeah.
Short housing. Everyone, short housing.
How do you short housing, anyway?
Oh, well, this is what happened in 2008. Do you know what happened in 2008 to cause the financial crisis?
Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac decided to give bad loans to people that really couldn't afford it. Again, I am giving you the layman's terms the English term that people will understand.
Of course. Yeah.
So, the way I would come to understand it is Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and the big corporations decided to give out loans to people that can't afford them. Nowadays they want to make fucking sure that you can afford your loan. It is kinda mental.
See, here's the thing. We had one of the biggest financial shocks ever since the Great Depression over a couple of lines of code running a couple of different stock trading computers.
Yes.
That is what caused the 2008 financial crisis. It was a spiral of various different trading computers trading against each other so fast that the humans overseeing... I'm going to paint you a mental picture, my love, okay? Are you ready?
Yep.
Alright, so I'm going
The protogens were playing Pong at warp speed, basically?
That is a perfect way to describe it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull
that
up...
sounds funny, actually.
we're going to say... what shall we say? We'll say robot ambience. Oh, Mr. Robot ambience. Yes.
Mr. Crowd.
Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot, you are the robot. Did that forever.
Alright.
We got the bumper music and nothing. Hope I'm helping.
Can't hear it at all. Hold on.
That's okay.
Here, let me try a different video because that one's really quiet. There we go. Alright. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. I'm going to paint you a mental picture. We are going to enter the Twilight Zone.
Legal.
It's like the holodeck, except in your mind. You're about to enter a world of imagination.
Love to visit the Twilight Zone.
Yes, we are traveling there in our TARDIS as we speak, are we not?
Yes, brother.
Yes, we are traveling both through space and time. What do you see outside the TARDIS, brother?
Is that a space marine floating outside?
Maybe we should pick him up.
Let's not. It's a Chaos Marine.
I'll kill you! Oh, God! Please let me get back in the airlock! Oh, my God!
The TARDIS doesn't have an airlock. What are you talking about?
Sorry, it was built in the 1940s. Not exactly airtight, is it?
Your TARDIS could survive Genghis Khan's army breaking out. It's Genghis Khan's army. Leave it alone.
Yes.
The TARDIS is kind of insane. It's great.
So, let's go into our time travel segment for the day. Name a time. Name a place. And let us travel there using the power of relativity.
Okay, what's the lotto numbers for next week?
Darling, let's travel to a place to educate the children. Hopefully, nothing major will have happened by then. I hope that next week is not a historical week. I would like everything to be calm for 5 minutes, please.
That's not happening. Have you seen the year we're in?
Yes, so
What decade are we in?
choose a date at least 100 years in the past. So we're about... We by the way, did you know that today is July 1st?
What?
You could go to July 1st, 1776, for example, during the Congress that signed the Declaration of Independence of the United States.
I feel like if we went back in time to that exact period, we'd see a lot of people in an unair-conditioned building signing a document. I would assume it'd be very warm.
Yes, Labrador. We are landing now. Let's see what we hear outside with Colonial Williamsburg ambience. Yes, let's find Colonial Williamsburg ambience. Colonial Williamsburg
Ambiance. I much prefer the adult version of the podcast. I don't
we can record as many of those as you like, my love.
Although I do enjoy the chat, I do enjoy the podcast for all ages because it's a challenge to censor yourself.
Alright, are you ready?
Yep.
So this is called Busy Revolutionary Tavern. I bet that's going to sound awesome. Yes, here we are in the tavern just outside of the Independence Hall in Philadelphia.
Sounds like the music I pretty much listen to anyway.
Yes, it's almost like we're time travelers or something. Yes. Now, we are walking out of our TARDIS. I should say you are walking out of the TARDIS wearing your vest to show everyone that you are my service puppy.
Yes.
And I am in my wheelchair of science. Because, did you know that in the 1700s, the late 1700s, because after all, 1776 is late in the century, same way that 1976 is late in the 20th century, 1776 was near the end of the 18th century. Science had been progressing for many hundreds of years through the work of Galileo and our very own Benjamin Franklin.
Yes.
That body, sir,
Yes.
spreading syphilis to all he met.
He was a bit of a cultured whore. That's kind of what happens when you become a celebrity.
Benjamin, you're my hero. I want to be a cultured whore. Now, here.
Of course you do.
Now, here, we're going to put on our costumes using our magical watches of science. Use your magical watch of science. Okay, we have transformed into our costumes from the era. Yes. Now, let us enter the tavern and see what we find. Labrador, away! Sir Labrador, away! My goodness, it would appear that the ADA has not yet been invented in this dimension. Oh no! There's stairs everywhere.
Elevate!
Elevate! Yes, how fortunate that we brought our 21st century ADA technology back with us in time to Colonial Williamsburg. Elevate into the cavern. Yes!
That would be funny.
No. I need elevator sounds. Here, hold on. That'd be so funny. Elevator music. Yes. Okay. This will be our music. This will be our music for when we have to use something that's ADA accessible that would not have been ADA accessible at the time. Okay. So I'm riding on the little, because they'll have a little robot elevator, like the ones that they have in old churches and stuff, where it's like an old rickety piece of crap.
Yeah.
They'll have those like behind the building, like at Colonial Williamsburg, because as of 1992, they have to retrofit them to fit wheelchairs.
Yeah.
And obviously, a building that was built before the invention of the wheelchair is not going to be ADA accessible. So, you have worked on elevators. If you were going to take an old colonial home built in, say, 1776, and you were going to retrofit it to fit a wheelchair, what would you do, Sir Labrador?
I'd either rip out the chimney, or I would just stick the elevator on the outside of the building and do it that way, because it's quite literally easier to build new structures than it is to retrofit an existing structure.
That is totally fair. Well, we are almost about to go into the house, so we will go ahead and end this episode. And we will continue with our adventure through Colonial Williamsburg, perhaps in person sometime soon. That would be awesome! Okay, so if you enjoyed the podcast, please give it a like on your favorite podcast app like YouTube, TikTok, or Spotify. Thank you so much for listening, and don't forget to share the show with your friends. I am Dr. Fox, the president of time and space, and with me as always is...
Link Labrador.
Sir Labrador the Courageous.
Yes.
Sir Labrador, tell the children goodbye, or tell the parents goodbye.
Goodbye, parents.
Goodbye, parents.
For now.